Process for building the app for iOS. After creating your account as a developer on Apple, open the developer site and enter users to access. Once inside, enter keys. Click here to request access. You will need to accept the terms. And then click on Submit. Now, in the same section, you will be able to generate an API key. Add a name to identify it. For example, A5. And choose Administrator Access. Then click on Generate. And then download the API key. Save it well as it won't be regenerated. Finally, copy the ID of the key shown in the third column. And copy the user ID shown at the top. With this information, log into your app on A5, and click on Publish. Select to create a new compilation. And select to publish for iOS. Click on Start Compilation. And enter the data you copied from your developer account. The third field with the name given to the key is optional. There is no problem if it's empty. Choose the file you downloaded earlier, and click to continue. Wait here a minute until the settings are finished. You don't need to do anything in the meantime. Then go back to your Apple Developer panel and go to the Apps section. Click on Add a new app. Enter the name in which your app will be publicly viewed. Choose the iOS operative system. And choose the language of your app. Choose the identifier from the list that corresponds to the app you are building. And add a unique identifier. It can be any, but the same app identifier is recommended. Select Unlimited Access. And click on Create. Now, if you go back to your A5 panel, you can refresh the page or click Cancel. Then, by clicking Reload, you will see that the app is already on pending compilation. It may take a few minutes, or in some cases, a few hours to finish. You will receive an email indicating when the process is finished. If you want to build another app, go back to the project view and choose the other app you want to build. You'll need to start the process for the other app you want to build in the same way as the first. Choosing the operating system. And sending it to compile. You'll also need to add that app to your developer account. And fill all the information. Choosing the appropriate identifier. Even if you have multiple apps, you can add them all at once before sending to compile. If you don't see the app ID you require, you must start the build process in A5. On returning it again, reload the page to see what goes into the compilation waiting process. Finally, send it to compile if you already have registered the app in your Apple account. Once you receive the build email indicating that it is finished, you can go back to your developer account. Click on the app you want to try. Enter test flight. And here you will see the compiled app. If you do not see it, it is because the process has not finished yet, or it has generated an error. In that case, you will have to wait or retry. If you see it, click on the app version. And click to export compliance. Click on Yes. And click Next. And again click on Yes. And click to start internal testing. Then go back to see the builds again. To add a test user, you can click on Users from the App Store Connect. And click to add a test user. Here, you can choose the user you want to invite. And add them to the tests. If you want to add a user that is not on the list, go to Users and Accesses. And add a new user. Enter their information. And add their email. You can choose any role, for example, marketing. And click to invite. You will have to wait for it to accept the invitation. To add them, you can go to the Apps section. Enter the app. And in the Test Flight section, in Users of App Store Connect. And here, you can add them. If you don't see them, it's because they haven't accepted yet. Once accepted, you can add them. When you send the invitation to another user, they receive an email like this in which they must agree to join your account. And once you accept them, you will be able to see it in the list of users. And invite them. When you invite someone to try the app, they receive an email like this. And when clicking to view the invitation, the instructions will appear to be able to test the app in an iPhone.